But 2D is... Fuck, I'm offline again? No, what is going on today? Oh my god. What is going on with my internet today? Internet, please don't be silly. Internet. Internet alone. Internet, hello. Seems that my internet is not working anymore. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, we are here to do the release, not to stream, so... Well, I like streaming though, while we do this. But anyway, the quiver is good, so I think we can save it. There is still a bit of an issue on this line, but I don't know if we really care about it. Because this border is kind of in the weird location. We can do this. Do we want it white or do we want it black? That I have no idea. Maybe we want it like this. Now the power of creation. You can do whatever you want. I don't understand too much why these two lines are really not centered compared to the... I mean, why these two are really not properly centered like they should be? And also, why not 3 lines instead of 2? No? Will it look better? Will it look better? No, I think 2 lines is okay. It just needs to be centered. I mean, it's a bit off. I don't know why it's a bit off. You have a world war to make. Why you're spending time on this? Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. But you know, sometimes satisfaction also comes from doing things the right way. Okay, now it's centered. Ah, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. Yeah. So our stream drop frame 45%. Our Streamlab is disconnected. 11 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. I mean, things are really going bad here. Really going bad here. What is this item? This item is a quiver. No, quiver in French. Quiver in French. No, in French. No, bro. What do you mean? I said in French. Trembler.
Trembler.
Trembler. Trembler. That's what it is. I don't know if it's correct, but if I search trembler, trembler, and I search for pictures, fuck, no, it's not. It doesn't work. I don't know. What the fuck? No, it's not the right translation. It's not the right translation, my friend. But anyway, quiver is the thing that you put on the back. Okay? Is this thing. What? Is this thing. The one that contains the arrows. Tremblant is moving your skin, but you are afraid. I think that it took like shiver instead of quiver, but okay. Anyway, it's this thing. It's this thing, man. It's this thing. You see the arrow design, I mean, the bottom of the arrow and the top of the arrow, I mean, there is a bit of a, you know, meaning in all of this. Okay, now the quiver is correct anyway. Is the proper size. I'm happy about it. Was an issue. Now it's not anymore. By the way, if internet goes down, I cannot do anything because all my servers are online, all my repositories are online. So even if I have to check in something, I will not be able to do it. Right? So if internet is down, is the end of the end. It's like the GG of the GG. So we're gonna check in this one because I want to be sure that we have it. So I will going to commit and I will say fixed quiver scale and texture. Scale and texture. Nice. Go, 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 go. We have a release to make, boys. We have a release to make. We cannot just, you know, fuck around and, you know, take it easy. We have a release to make, so Carquois. Carquois with an S in French. Carquois. Interesting. So fixed quiver, and then we can say fix the warnings in tribe module, okay? Because that is what I did on the tribe module. Content particle black flame scares me a bit. Why did this? I don't know. I will ignore it for now. But yes, if internet goes down, it's super GG. I don't know why they did that change, by the way. I think it's super stupid they did that change. Let's see. Okay, so done. Okay, done. So now, by the way, if you didn't see it, there is the geometry that I changed on the Ulbernaut. I don't know how you say it. Ulbernaut monster, right? So you see the one on the left is the one that we have in Legacy. And the one on the right is the one we have in Unreal. Now, I did, after this change, I did some changes to the mouth and to the feet just to reduce the poly count because it was really too high. So it is not really the way we did it. But I think it gives you a good idea. So it's much smoother and, you know, I think it's way better. Look just at the front here. You know, how square is here and how round is here. And, you know, also the part here at the back, or if you take this part as well compared to this, I mean, everything is better, so I think it's upgraded. Now the texture is still a problem, but the texture we will see. Okay, so I checked in that, so we are good. So this branch should be good to go. So you know what we will do? We will relaunch the creation of the build, right? We will relaunch the creation of the build. This one is building the Windows package. Okay. This one is building a Windows package. Then the Linux package is something that we need to do. And what we can do meanwhile, is to continue with the Linux and the server setup. So boom. Okay, so at the moment we are here. Now copy the DB dump from PS Legacy to production server. Yes, so what I need to do, I need to go in FileZilla connect to our game server, the real one, the real one. Check when is the latest backup that we took. Backup. I'm on the other screen, 1 second. I'm checking the latest backup. The latest backup is 0909. Holy fuck, 1 week ago. So we need to take a backup now, basically. Otherwise, we will be 1 week behind in terms of, you know, the new release, and 1 week is too much. So I'm going to go in production, right? That is the production machine. I can make it bigger so you can read. Okay, this is the production machine. Now the last backup was it's a bit slow. I don't know why. Is my internet slow? Maybe my internet is slow. I think I may have an issue with my internet because it's I feel it's slow. I mean, for sure my internet has issues today. So the last backup is only 0909. 0909 is not good for us. So we are going to launch a full backup, right? Let me just check one thing on the other screen because there may be some password and stuff. I don't think I need all the databases. No, in fact, I need only the plane shift database, because yes, we actually have a number of databases like for my plane and a lot of other stuff. So okay, so we are going to do a MySQL dump of plane shift, yes, with this DB dump. Okay, so meanwhile, so that is ongoing, right? That is ongoing. That is ongoing. I don't know what is going on. Meanwhile, the Windows 1 is building. I don't think it will take too much because all the cooking is already done. So I think, yeah, we changed very few things. We changed only the quiver, but I think the rest is already cooked. So should be good to go. Okay, so we are executing the backup. It will take a bit. So we need to wait the completion of the backup, and then we need to do this. You know what we can do meanwhile? We can create a change log, because anyway, I need a change log to... so let me put it here. Change log 0713, okay? Now, the easiest way for me to do the change log is to go in our SVN and check all the pieces. Right? And check all the pieces. This will be a full release, so we don't... it's not a wooden item, it's a leather item. It's leather. It's leather, my friend. Now, okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to copy, you know, the whole thing here without thinking too much, and then we are gonna analyze it, okay? Because not all of these changes are actually interesting to players. I would say many of these changes are completely, you know, are not really interesting to players. So we need to when we create a change log, I need to make it a bit interesting, right? So this will be just a long list, and then we are gonna remove the things that we don't care about. I don't know if there is a better way, like if I can select, but I think if I click on all of them and I say copy, it's gonna copy in a pretty weird way. So it's not what we need. So this is basically the full list of changes of 0713, okay? Not all of the description are really meaningful, right? Sometimes I type a bit more, sometimes I type a bit less, but so at the moment I'm just copying everything into one file. Unless there is a better way, you can tell me. Okay, we are nearly done. Because the rest here was very little stuff. Yes, this was stuff that I did just to fix. This is nothing. Okay, and fixed quiver is the one that we did now. Okay, on this long list, is the backup still running? Let me just check if the backup is still running. Okay, the backup finished. Now the problem is that we need to zip it up. And that will take a bit. I really can't remember, but I'm sure lots. Okay, let's see of this one which one can be interesting to players, okay? Fixed coordinate of monsters based on map changes. I think this one could be interesting just to say that we fixed position of monster based on map changes. I think it's okay. Fixed couple of cave a bit to allow more space. Okay. Fix the arena entrance. Yes, in this case we had some issues that there was, you know, stones in the middle. There was not really fix the arena entrance on both sides. Removing, yeah, trying to make it more pretty, but fixed gap on the road to Amneder. Yeah, there was a big gap. There was a giant gap, and we fixed that, which is nice. Fixes some stone and tree in Homestead. Yes, also here I did a lot of fixes to Homestead. So fixed wrong grass on top of Homestead buildings. Fixed trees and position of stones. Fix it. For example, this one is not really interesting to the players because it's only for GMs, right? Even if it was an important one, but what we can say, maybe we can say fixed some commands to allow running GM events. I think that is probably meaningful to the people that are gonna read it. Yes, which is also this one. Remove the input folder, doesn't care. Add the audio from PS Legacy. Yes, this one is a pretty big change. So basically we imported all the music. So imported all music and ambient sounds from PS Legacy. And then on the audio, I think we have a few other things like added bird sounds. I think we added new bird sounds. Added new bird sound. We can maybe keep all the music and audio in the same place, right? Updated music and update different level. Yeah, this one also is important. So we updated music and background ambient sound and background ambient sound for different area in different areas. Non completed yet on all areas. So yeah, this is an ongoing work that I did. Rather skip to read the file and search for max way log date. Nah, I don't know. I mean, it took me 1 minute. I mean, it took me very little, so it's not a problem. Fix an inconsistent name for character to allow /morph. Yeah, let's say we can say fixed morph command for GMs to impersonate monsters and impersonate creatures, let's say. It is probably the way a player will understand it. Added spline in persistent level for Roja sector. This makes no sense. Update some music and amps makes no sense. Fix the torch item. Yeah, I think we fixed the torch item, but it's still broken. So probably this one, I would remove it. Added ability to use spline sector. It is super good, but a player will never understand what it means, right? So we don't really. I think we should not mention it, but it's actually super good. Okay, we have our backup. We have our backup, so we can take it. Updated today. db dump, so we put it under scripts. Oops. What happened? Hello. I don't know, my PC is suffering a bit. I don't know what is going on, but I can see that my PC is suffering. Okay, so we are loading the dump meanwhile because the DB dump. Added ability to use spline sector. So this one is super important, but people will not really understand it. So it's just an internal thing. Added new emitter sounds. One thing maybe that we can mention is added a new component which allows us to better manage randomized ambient sounds. Okay, it is probably interesting, but fix the black flame level at the missing asset. Yeah, fix the black flame level was not possible to move before. Well, to move in. Anyway, let's just say fix black flame level. Some maps, fix the collision of black flame level, change video scale for audio, rebuild BD on BD1, X max chunk. Yes, this one of the max chunk I think is important. Let's see if it works, but I think it will work, right? So when our process for building, yeah, it's doing it now. When our process for building the client is completed, in theory we should see. If I find a directory in this 1.6 millions directory that I have, but yes, it's here, 107, okay, 000. Yes, we limit the sides, right? And you see in fact that he split it. He actually split the chunks, and there is no chunk that is bigger than 2 giga. And that's pretty good, because, well, it's good and bad. It's good because we are sure that we don't have super large files to update, and so the size of the update is a bit better. And but second, the disadvantage is that if a file is exactly between these two, right, then we will have to update twice. But I think overall is a good change. I think we can have a section. I think we can have a section dedicated to the updater. Updater app or updater program. Updater program limited. No, maximum pack file 2 GB. I think this one will not be understandable to people. What I want to say is that the installation is not having files that are bigger than 2 GB. So everything that is above 2 GB, it gets split. Files are now maximum 2 GB. We should simplify updates. We should, let's say, improve the update process. Let's say this, okay? Are there more labels to split chunk better? Yeah, overall we split the chunks better. So we have more chunks. I think before we had only like 7, now we have 11, and they are split better. So, but I think it is an internal thing. So remove it. Okay. Yeah, this one I want to mention. So removed the log line where your username and encrypted password were listed, right? Now you can safely share your logs. There is an important one, eh? There is an important one. By the way, I think I should also do this, though. I should... meanwhile, though, let's not have any downtime. Yeah, so I'm going to extract the dump. So we are using the log, the change log as a filler when we have to wait, right? But in reality, we are doing the release. So I need to go here and I need to unzip this thing. I need to unzip it here. Encrypted and not crypted, okay. Encrypted. Encrypted. Okay, it's unzipping meanwhile. Yeah, we are doing 2 or 3 things at the same time. It's just because I'm trying to save time, okay? Maybe prone to errors, but hopefully not. Hopefully we will not do any mistakes. Okay, we have our SQL file now. We have our SQL file, which is the last dump from production, okay? So now what we need to do, we need to open a prompt. If this one finished, perfect, this one finished. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So we go here. We go in SQL root and we source this schema. So this is going to destroy the database on my machine, but it's fine. Yes. Just triple checking that I was on the right machine, but yeah. Just kind of triple checking. Okay, it will take a bit because it needs to import all that stuff. So meanwhile, let's continue with the log. What I wanted to do, I wanted to check the launcher log. I I wanted to check the launcher log. So we released the 19th of August or something like that. So if there is anything after, yes, which I think is this part, I should add it also to our chain. So updated program. So for the updated program, we actually did a bunch of stuff. So we added, so now that the updated program will be nicer, okay? So we added, maybe this one we should really have it split. So we added a new detailed log window where you can see what is happening. We added more log entry to detect errors. We added actually a disk space check, yes, which is telling you, telling you if you are low on disk space. In general, you should have 10 plus gigabyte of disk space available. Okay. And then other more error checking. Yes. Other more error checking on the let's call it, because X3D is not very user friendly. Added more error checking in the, no, let's say just added more error checking. And also files are now maximum 2 gigabyte, right? We should improve the update process. Nice. This one is still running. The SQL is still running. Then remove the log line where your username and encrypted password were listed. Now you can safely share your log. Yes. More fixes to maps in addition to sound. Yeah, I think this one is a general, you know, is a general thing, but I did a lot of map fixes. Multiple outdoor, let's call it outdoors fixes and additions, right? I cannot list them all because I don't know, sometimes I just go around the levels and fix them, so it's hard to list which ones. Update of ambient sound, I think this one we mentioned it already. Actually is music, background ambience, and specific sounds. Fixes some issue with the target being set after NPC is dead or pet dismissed. There is a good one because there were actually some crashes on this, and also the fact that the NPC was remembering you after you were dead. So let me rephrase this into fixed the issue where NPC was remembering you also after death, and then fixed issues with pet being dismissed. Okay. Set the user complexity. This is not good. Update to map. Yeah, this Vulkan driver device loss potential fix, I don't know is in, but for Linux users, we added a potential Vulkan driver device lost crash potential. We added a potential fix for the Vulkan driver device lost crash. Unfortunately, it seems that this fix of the device lost is not really solving the problem, but it's still loading SQL stuff. Yeah, also because it's loading the production database, but it's also now doing all the changes needed to transform it into... by the way, did I save the file? Yeah, it's saved. Okay, otherwise we'll have to redo it. Improvement to the male lanky geometry. Okay, so the geometry improvement, I think we can have a section which is called character improvements. Okay, character improvements, and we can say, and we can group them all, right? So I improved this, 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 so we can say character improvements, improvement to male lanky, but why only the male lanky? I think we did a male and female lanky, which is down here. In Diaboli we did both male and female, Diaboli. I don't know if I want to list, you know, what we did, but in most cases we improved the shoulders, I mean, I can mention a bit. Like here we improved the beard, the eyebrows. What did we improve in this guy? I don't remember exactly. I mean, the eyebrows I remember, but then we did the shoulders for him, or not? Maybe we did the shoulders as well. The Diaboli was, I mean, is a lot. I mean, we changed the torso, we improved the torso. For the male, we changed the torso, the shoulders, some of the arms, the feet, I mean, the shoes, the knees. I mean, we did a lot of changes. I don't know if I want to mention them all. I don't know. Maybe it's too long, you know. Wait. I have a double line here. Improvements to male and female. Diaboli. I mean, I don't know if I want to mention everything, but I can mention what I remember. Hello, Piak Machine. Hi, how are you? We are working on the new release. I mean, we are releasing. The emergency doctor came, yes. Yeah, maybe I should mention it somehow. Like that we did some, you know, basic improvements. So the absolutely necessary ones. Current improvement. We did a pass to de-age. I don't know how to say. We did a pass to fix some of the more blocky, old-looking areas of our character models. This is not a remake, but just fixes were really needed. Okay. Male and female here, I think we did mostly the shoulders, right? Why have the Enki twice? Torso, shoulder, arm, shoes. The Dermorian, I remember we did the legs, we did the shoulder. Dermorian male and female. Yeah, they are in different lines because We did shoulders for sure. The arms. I think we improved the legs and the knees. On the crane we did the elbow. The elbow was super bad. The elbow was like insane. It was like totally broken. I think mostly the elbow. The crown we didn't touch much. We did the elbow and the back. Well, we did the back on many of them. We did the back probably on nearly all of them, but... fixed Obernut animation idle and idle variation. And improved... I think improved the Obernut model. Maybe this one we can keep it separate from the characters. Improve the Albernut model geometry significantly, I would say. This one is a significant improvement. Significantly. And improved idle animations. Idle and idle variation animations. I think the idle variation, by the way, is never played, so no one will see it until I enable it. We need to do a pass on enabling all the variations. Okay, added sparks. Yeah, sparks. Let's say added particle effects. Added some particle effects. Mainly sparks. You know, were present in Legacy. One example is the Jayo's book. Right, it was not there. Yeah, fix the UNT section. I mean, I try to fix some of the... I think this one I will remove it because it's super broken anyway. This is not a player thing. Fix some much to try to collaboration building. Yeah, let's say that I can say we have some work. So some work has been done to improve the way tribes work. Mainly in reproduction and building. Store also the item name for the reward so we can harvest one. There is an interesting one. The harvest command now accepts also the full name of the object. So, for example, you can harvest gold ore and not just gold, right? Now, for gold is not very, you know, useful, but for other things it is. Okay, finished the import and transformation of the database to Unreal. So we finished this. We finished this one. We finished this one. Now we need to back up. Yes, we need to back up the database on my machine because we are doing the change on my machine. And just gonna change the date, so we change it to 09/15. You see, nearly 1 month, huh? Basically 1 month. And we are going to back up the database. Hello, Electra. Hi, welcome. We are working on the new release. I mean, I'm packaging it really and writing the the release notes. Writing down the release notes. Okay, so other subpractical effect, blah blah blah. Oh, it finished already? Wow, super quick. Super quick, boys. Okay, we have our prod database. PS Unreal prod MySQL. Yes. By the way, this one should have been renamed to PS Legacy to be correct. Because I did it on all of them and I forgot on this one. But anyway, not gonna reuse it. So this one should be okay in theory. So I need to zip this one up and then send it to the Linux machine. So we'll zip it and then we will send it to the Linux machine, okay? Meanwhile, it's zipping. So improve added some particular effects. Someone has been able to improve the way we were. Okay. Added back fall damage. Yes. So we added fall damage. Needs to be tested and tweaked. But I think it's good. I think that we added fall damage. So now you will take damage when you fall. Okay. Just want to get anything out of the ground. I don't mind what I get. What do you mean? I mean, you mean that any update is anyway good for you? That's nice. Added ability to define sectors vertically with Z position. This is not really important. Added EFS. Yeah, this one is important for the players. I think this one I will probably put it at the top or one of the we will decide a priority later, but added Fps limiter, Fps limit to the setting panel. You can now decide the max FPS. It can be useful to lower the usage of your PC. To lower the, maybe useful to lower the load on your PC when running plane shift. Something like that. I think is understandable. Added scroll bar to win quest for quest description and quest note. Okay, improvement to the alien main model. We set that above. No, we didn't, so I have to put it in. Improvement to the alien main model. To the alien main model, I did a lot. I did the shoulders for sure. I did the back. I did the legs. I did the shoes. I did a lot of stuff. Again, kind of tweaks, you know, but. Other Dermorian history scenes, yes. Other Dermorian history scenes for in character creation. And also we fixed. So we fixed. In theory, we fixed the hang up or the freeze in character creation. History scenes, hopefully we fixed that. We fixed the crash on emotes. I use it just harvest. Yes, yeah. The reason of that change actually is for our tribes, because our NPC harvest for a specific. Maybe I should mention it. Now harvest command accepted the full name of the object. This is useful for our NPC artificial intelligence or artificial stupidity, in the sense that they search for a specific resource, right? And they don't know the nick, so they don't know the gold ore can be called gold, right? And so it was a problem because they couldn't actually they couldn't actually do their job before, but now they can. So yeah, probably this one is, you know, less relevant for the players. We can probably put it at the bottom, but anyway, you can use harvest as even as a player now with a specific item. So let's say that there are, you know, if you are in an area, maybe, you know, if you are in an area that has multiple, if you are in an area that has multiple resources, right, and they are overlapping, right? Fishes, for example, fishes can be a good example, right? And you are here, if you just do /harvest, it will, I don't know exactly what it will take. I think it will take the, I don't know, always the first one, or, but you can now specify exactly which one you want to. So I think he has some advantages, but it was mainly done for the tribes. Okay, let me see if the zip is completed. So we move on, which is our high priority task. Yes, 285 megabytes. Okay, so we need to move this one now to our Linux machine. Okay, so we need to connect. We need to connect to our Linux machine. Okay, and I need to put this where I need to put it. Export the Windows dump, edit backup prod, script back prod, move the resulting file from Windows machine to Linux machine, happy transfer back. Okay, so we move it in backup. We move it in backup. Just because it's good to be there. Okay, fine. So I'm moving this. Should be fairly quick because they are on the same network, so we should see it. We should see it coming in soon. Yes, it's this file. Didn't finish yet. Okay, finish now. Finish now. Drum roll. Drum roll, it got transferred. The file is safely on the Linux side. Okay. I don't know if you were drum rolling for that. Now we need to unzip this guy. So on the Linux machine, we need to do this. And we need to do this. So what we are doing is to move the now converted database from legacy to Unreal, okay? And in particular to the Linux machine that I'm using as a test for Unreal. So that is what we are doing. Okay. So now we will kill the database. Now we recreate the database. Now we give the privilege to the plain shift user to the database. Now we use this thing, and now we re-import our guy, which is this one, right? So it is going to import the migrated database into the test server, which is the one that we use. You might pretty know that you can still use the command without specifying what you need. Yes, I said added the option, so I think it should be fairly clear. I think I said there was comment now accept also the full name, so I think it's clear there is an addition. Now also accept. Probably in English you say also accept and not accept also. In Italian we say accept also. But I mean the order is slightly different in Italian, the construction of the word, of the phrase. Okay. While is loading, this will take a bit. Wait, it's not this one. It's this one, yes. This one is done. We can exit from this. We don't need it anymore. Just to avoid being confused. Okay. So added fall damage, inhibitor into it. Add the scope to inquest. Fix the crashing emotes. Yes. Actually, this was a server crash. It was very important. Added show hidden flag for GM to reveal hidden objects. Okay, this one is not for players. Fix the crashing group functionality and disconnect. Yes, also this one was another server crashing group functionality and disconnect. Okay. Fixed quiver. I think fixed quiver is not really relevant for people. Fixed warning tribe module is not really relevant. Okay, so this is basically the list of changes, right? There is the list of changes. Now, which one are the most interesting for the people that we put at the beginning? I think the character improvement is interesting. The fixes to the updater so it doesn't crash too much anymore. So let me put the character improvement maybe at the beginning. Now, it's not a huge change, but I think you may like it. Also, this one, which are all map fixes, I think they are good. The FPS limit to the setting panel, I think, is nice. The fixes to the updater program, you know, to update in a better way, I think can also be nice. Imported all music, added build sounds, added component, randomized ambient sound, music. This one is less relevant to people. Fixed black flame level, I think it can go together with the fixes to the maps. This one can go together with that. The old burnout geometry, I mean, old burnout geometry is not the biggest change, so I can probably go at the bottom. This one I think is relevant. Fix it, update. Fix this NPC. Maybe this one is more important than this. I think it's okay. I mean, this one at the bottom are not really relevant for people, but the ones at the top I think are. So I think it's good. It's a good list. I think it's a good list. Consider it's only 1 month, you know, and so it's 4 weeks. And most of this work has been done on weekends and you know, in the 2 or 3 hours we have in the evening. So I'm still pretty happy about the content. I mean, it's not a huge release, but I think it's a good one. I think he has some nice, you know, some nice stuff in it. And it's a good baseline anyway for us to build on top. I think the client will be slightly bigger because we have 1 gigabyte more of sounds and music, which is the one that we imported from Legacy. Now, I think that sounds and music really compress very, very, very well. So I think that the 1 gigabyte probably when compressed will become probably more 200 megabytes. So I think that the new sides, well, we can check it because it finished, but the new sides will probably be like 5 giga and a half, something like that. But we can check it. We can check how big it is. It is before zip. It's 17 gigabytes, but it's before getting zipped. So we need to zip it and see. Okay, we will do it later when we do the other steps. Okay, so so this guy is still importing data, which is okay. He's still importing data. I think I also did. I finished now. Perfect. It finished now, so we can go with the next step. So we did this one, and we did this. Okay, up to here. Okay, so now we need to do the Linux the proper way though, because I need to create the server. I mean, I need to update the server on Linux to be, you know, fully up to date, and I would say properly up to date. Okay. So this one is done. I mean, it's not needed. Update PS and real files on SVN. Yes. So we will do a full update now. I think I did some changes, unfortunately, because we were testing some stuff, right? And so I need to go here and check that we are not messing up too much. So SVN, let me do an SVN status or whatever it is. Yes, so we will have a number of things that we actually modified. Like this, like this, like this. Yeah, these three files I think are the only ones. Okay, let me do an SVN revert of these three. So that we are not getting into the way. They are not getting into the way of our update, right? So now we still have this one, but it's okay. It's just the options, and this one are fine because they are just pointing to the right thing. So is perfectly fine. Okay, I think we can SVN update. I think we can SVN update on Linux. So now the server is getting all the new stuff, because in Unreal the server and the client are basically working as two twins. Okay, like if they are brothers and they are twins, so they basically one is nearly identical to the other, and so you need to have, you know, the same maps, client and server. You need to have basically the same objects, the same code, and then they are doing different things but using the same assets. And this is very good on one side because basically the code base is the same code base, right? The demo lord has only 30 HP left. Interesting. By the way, I've been working a bit with GitHub, and I mean, on the server side we cannot because, but first of all we are using Subversion, but yeah, you know, on the server side we have a headless server, so we cannot really use GitHub Desktop for that. But I've been trying to learn it a bit because I've always been a far away from you know, GitHub desktop. And yes, I used it a bit. I have to say, at the end, I finally understand a bit better how, you know, branching and merging and pulling and pushing and all of that is working. It's been a bit confusing at the beginning, but I think that now I understand it a bit better. So I think it's good. I think it's good. I have it here because I was working on it, but I worked on it for the tabletop campaign that we are running, and yeah, because there is a module dedicated to Cyberpunk tabletop, and I did some changes and upgrades on it, and it's been good. But yes, it really allowed me to look a bit better at how Git works, and I think we will have the Ulburnout as the picture of this release, right? Why not? We did a change to him. We can have him as a release highlight. I don't know if I need to do anything else on this list, but I think it's a good list. This change log 0713. I can post it on the... Well, I can't... Well, yeah, I don't know. I can post it, or... I can post it as a preview for the supporters channel. I mean, it's a very long list, so I don't know if you will ever paste there, but I think we'll paste as a file. Let me say preview of the 0712 changes, 0713 changes, change log. The release is getting built right now. Fuck, I cannot paste that. No, paste it as a file. Cannot paste it as a file? Oh. Usually paste this as a file, no? Fuck. Wait. I cannot. Ah! Is doing it only in private messages? Okay, I will do only up to here. I will do 2 messages, up to half of it. I will do from here to here, maybe, if we can do it. And more, and I will say, and more. Okay, just posted it in supporters. I kind of lost track of what I was doing. What I was doing? We were updating that. We were waiting. Ah, yes, we were waiting the update of SVN. Okay, okay. So the update of SVN now is done. And so we are here in good shape. Now we need to be yes, patch the Unreal Engine sources. Now this one has not been changed, but and this one has not been changed, but this one I don't remember if I did it already. No, I don't remember if I did it already this side. Ah, yes, I did it because I released the test client. Yeah, for sure. So this one is already applied. There is still one missing, which is the one on Unreal Engine CPP. Ah, but I think I did it already as well. I think I did it already as well. I can, you know, the easiest, you know what is the easiest? Is to do a git status here as well, and it will tell me. Yes, Unreal Engine is already patched. Okay, okay, so we patched everything here. Okay, nice. So everything is patched. Yeah, I'm a bit paranoid on this one because I want to be sure that it's really patched. So let me anyway. Oops. Let me anyway check it. Browse. Fuck, I think it's case sensitive, this thing. Yes. He's already patched. Okay. He's patched, which is nice. So all of this is done. This one we are not gonna do it. This one we are not gonna do it because we did it already. This one we're not gonna do it. And so we can just recompile. We can just recompile. We can recompile, yeah. We can recompile the server. And then we will build also the Linux client. But for now we will go like this, just to test, just to be sure that the Windows client is working. What this is doing is generating all the project files needed for the compilation. So it's basically generating all the list, the list of all the files that it needs to compile and the dependencies and all of that. So that the Unreal compile tool can then do its job. That is what it's doing. And next, when that is finished, we are just gonna call build. This one should be pretty quick, so I think it's nearly done. You already took a lot of time, so it should be done soon. Okay. And now we're gonna build it. Okay, so now it basically is building the server side. Okay, and we already imported database, so we should be fine on that. Now we can finalize the Windows install because actually I didn't complete it. We did this. And I didn't complete this one. Okay, so I need to take my... You see there are still a lot of manual steps, but... at the end, not a lot, but it's mostly moving files between machines, you know, and things like that, but... it's not dramatic. I think it's reasonable. The amount of, manual stuff that I have to do is... it's still reasonable. Considering the complexity, I think it's reasonable. Yes, I forgot an important point, but it's in the list. I need to also build the updater because the updater has been changed, right? So this one we did, which is nice. But then, and we will test if the client works, but I think in parallel, we can rebuild the updater. I think this one we can completely delete. Okay, so we cleaned the updater, copy PS launcher third-party lib, blah 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 blah. No, first we launch this. Okay, first we launch this. Okay, so this one is building now the updater. I just saw a colorized footage of the last Tasmanian tiger. Really? The last one? Wow. It's a pity it's the last one. Fuck. If they keep a bit of the DNA, we will be able to rebuild it in the future. I think they will. I mean, I think they are keeping the DNA of all the species that are like going away, and we will be able to recreate them in the future. Plus new ones, which is the scary part. Okay, this will take a bit. This will take a bit. Meanwhile, on the Linux side, the build is done, which is nice. So we can try to see if, yeah, there are still some warnings, but not too many, as you can see. Okay, so this is good. This is good. So it means that we have the server, the new server compiled and the database ready. Okay. So what we need to do, we just need to launch it and see if it goes up without too many problems, right? But before doing that, let me just check if I'm inside screen. No, I was not. So I'm gonna launch it. Dead already for too long. Ah, okay. So it was already something that was missing. $90.33. Wow. But you know, not all the areas of the world are actually known and mapped and civilized. So maybe there is another one, you know, or maybe a group of 5 or 6 or 10 somewhere else that we don't know. Hopefully. Maybe. Okay, starting up. So the server is starting up with a new release. So if you try to connect now, you will not be able to connect. Okay, so it will not work for you. I didn't disable the tribes. I didn't disable the tribes. I think we can disable tribes as a default and then enable as needed. I can put a bit warning. Warning, remove. So we do an update, tribes set enabled equal to 0. Right, so we basically disable all the tribes just for testing. But yes, it seems to be loading okay. So yeah, it's loading okay. It's loading okay. So let me stop it 1 second. Let me Go in SQL. We will do a select star from tribes. Just a second to see what we have. We have the enable to one everywhere, and we're gonna do this. Just because I would like to test without tribes first, and then we can enable it as needed. Also, another thing that I need to do, I need to check. Wait, I need to check. Need to check this. If everything is enabled, NPC are disabled. NPC are disabled. Everything is disabled. Why everything is disabled? No, I think items should not tick, right? I think items should never tick. Okay. Okay, I'm starting the server again. Now on our Windows machine. Okay, the updater completed. The updater completed, which is nice. So we need just to copy some stuff. So we need to copy this. We need to delete the PDB because anyway it's not needed. We need to copy this guy. And we need to delete this directory from Windows Explorer because it's not something that we want. So all the engine part, we will delete it. And I would say we delete also the manifest files, which are usually messing up with the updater. And then we can copy this whole thing. We can copy this whole thing in our... Okay, and this is the files that you will get. Okay, so this is the final, let's say the final thing that you will get as a client. I think we can zip it up and see how big it is. We will call it Windows 0713. Let's go, boys. It's always nice to see a new release, you know, getting created. I mean, a new release getting zipped up and ready to go. Another release done. Okay, so this is good. This is repopulating items. So I'm going to test the connectivity from the packaged release. Okay. It will take a bit to build. Also, will take me a bit to upload it. So if you, because unfortunately it will be more than 5 giga and my upload is not as fast. So I think I have to do it off stream anyway. So I will upload it. I think it takes about 1 hour and a half. So if some of you are still around in 1 hour from now, and I don't know if I will, because it starts to be, yeah, maybe not, but you can try, okay? If you really want to test the new release, you can try to message me on Discord, and I can send you the link if you are a Patreon or if you are a veteran player. Yeah, I know my avatar is fucked up. There has been an update to the program, to Animaze, and they basically put some of the settings, which were the setting that I was using to stabilize, under a paywall, behind a paywall. And I don't know, I can also buy it, but I already bought the version, the basic version, and the idea was that the basic version would allow you to do, you know, the basics. But maybe I'm just gonna buy it. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not a big. Anyway, it's not a big cost, so I think it's. I think it's fine. I'm just annoyed that with this patch, they removed what I was, you know, I was relying on. I just need the body. I just need the body movement disabled, because you see, if I go back, you see, and if I go front, there is a movement that you never seen. If I go left, or if I go right, there is a movement that you never seen. Basically, the character has also the body movement, but the body movement, I always disabled it, right? Because it's just confusing. I mean, it's just annoying to see. I think I would probably just buy it anyway. I think they did it by purpose, you know, to force the people to buy also the upgrade. The only problem of the only problem is that is a subscription, you know, so you have to pay continuously. It's a yearly subscription. I mean, it's very low. It's $10, so it's $10. I think it's $10 per year. So there are different versions. There is the, so like here is where I clicked on the configuration that I usually do, and now this thing pops up. Yesterday it was not popping up, right? Yesterday this you could click on the thing and just disable the basics, but now the basics is doing less, and the plus is actually not costing much. It's $10 per year, so $1 a month. But I don't know if the plus or the pro is the one that I need, right? I think that the pro is only if you earn more money. But yeah, that's the problem. So is blocked now. Is blocked. Which is annoying. I mean, considering that I bought already the basic program for Face Rig is, but anyway, it's a pretty good program, so I think it's worth the money. Yeah, that's when I try to stick, you know. Yeah, if we go forward like that, forward or backward is going very crazy. Also, if I go up and down a bit in the chair, you see, if I'm moving up and down now a bit in the chair, and so he's actually moving up and down, but it's really not useful, you know. Moving in those directions is completely useless for a streamer. Wow, it's 6.6 giga, boys. So we went up quite a bit. Wow, I was not expecting such a big change. I was not expecting such a big change. I was not expecting such a big change. Why so big? Why so big? The launcher is small. It's 161 megabyte. So the problem is really PS Unreal. Well, there is 900 megabyte of PDB, which actually I could delete. I don't know why I leave it on Windows, but did we say to delete it or not? We delete the launcher PDB, but we don't delete the Windows PDB. I think it was probably to just have more debugging options, you know. But But a big chunk is under content, obviously, is where all the packs are. Would be interesting to see the music pack. Which one is the music pack? Let me see. Because I was expecting the music pack to zip a lot. But then it didn't. Then it means that we are basically getting 1 GB more just from the music. I mean, it's okay because we have more stuff, but we are getting 1 GB more. Even if these days I have to say everyone has, you know, decent internet, but I think there are still some people that maybe don't have, you know, a flat connection. And let me just check the audio pack. The audio pack is, in theory, is chunk number 1. In theory, is chunk number 1. Chunk number 1 is 100 megabyte. So what the hell? I mean, why is so much bigger than before? We can compare it to the old release and see. Or pack chunk 1 is not really working, and then the stuff is going into another pack. But we can compare it with the previous release because we have the previous release here. I don't know, 1 GB more is a lot. I mean, it's 1.3 GB more actually. 1.3 GB more. I don't know, it feels to me that there's something wrong, but okay, maybe not, but I don't know, it's strange, huh? You see, this one was 13.7 in the previous release. 13.7. And now it's 17.99999, so it's 18. So actually wow, actually 6 GB more uncompressed, which then becomes 1.3 GB compressed. I think there is some fuck up here. Or there are some duplications, or I don't justify the increase really. So patch chunk optional 0 is identical, 285. Pack chunk 0 is nearly identical, 1366 instead of 1365, so it's basically the same. Pack chunk 1, which is the one with the music, is bigger, but it's bigger by 80 megabytes. Pack chunk 2 is basically identical. Pack chunk 3 is basically identical as well. Pack chunk 4 optional was actually bigger in the old game, in the old version, the optional, but by 200 megabytes. That's strange. Pack chunk 4 was 4.4 giga, and now it's been split into multiple ones, into two chunks, which pretty much, if you sum them up, are about 3 gigabytes. But we have also these other two pieces, so in total is 3.4 gigabyte. No, sorry, is 4.3 gigabyte versus 4.4. So yeah, it's very similar. We have an additional optional file though. So I think this one increased about 600 megabytes. But then there is PuckChunk 4 again. What? No, this is a mistake. There is a mistake. How is possible there is PuckChunk twice? I mean, there is the split one and also not the split one. And also for PuckChunk 7. PuckChunk 7, no, PuckChunk 7 is correct because it's been split from 3 giga to basically 3 giga, but split in 2 files. PuckChunk 8 is 400, PuckChunk 9 is 92, so these are identical. But then in addition we have PuckChunk 10, which was not here, which is 1.4 giga. (10 and 11). Now 10 and 11 I think are the ones that I created to split the bigger one. So it seems that it's duplicating stuff, boys. I don't know. I mean, it's very strange. I mean, I should not do it, but strange. I don't understand. I'm confused about this. Selected maps. 4 plus 11. I don't understand what this 4 plus 11 means, but my feeling is that we have something duplicated. Environment label. Yes, that is the work content environments. Yes. 7 plus 10. This is very strange. Yeah, I should unpack packs. Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking, Piak Machine. So, how do I do it? Can I unpack? Can I mean, do I do it with Unreal or do I do it in another way? How do I do that? If you know it, if you did it already. Unreal pack file, extract. Instead of extract, can I just do a list? Because the list will be enough for me. It's very strange. I think there is some duplicate. I mean, 6 gigabyte more before zipping. It seems to be really a lot. 6 gigabyte more. I don't believe I added 6 gigabyte of content. I added 1 gigabyte of sounds, and those are zipping up to 100 mega. The rest should be pretty much the same. So it seems that our splitting didn't really split. It duplicated. I think it duplicated, boys. There is something weird here. There is something weird. So if I go under binaries, what? If I go under engine binaries, if I go under engine binary, there is the Unreal pack, eh? Win64, whatever. Wow, what is this? Bad files. Interesting. Bad file. Probably. Okay, so Unreal pack. Unreal pack. Test verify info. Yes, info will be very, very nice. So for example, if I take PuckChunk 1, right? And I want /info, it should contain, let's say test. No. Let's say list. Ah, there is list. List. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I needed. It is exactly what I needed. It is very nice. So yes, if you see in PacChunk 1, we should contain all the audio. It actually is containing all the audio. So it's weather, voiceovers, all the, yes, the NPC sounds, the music, perfect. Okay, so PacChunk 1 I understand. It was just a kind of a consistency check. But now my problem is between PacChunk 4, right, which by the way seems to be pretty much identical. No, it doesn't. But I mean, we should exclude the ones that are identical, right? Because the ones that are nearly identical means that they have not been touched. So I think the majority of the issue here is this PacChunk 4, which at the end uncompressed is 6.6 gigabyte, right? And this one was before 5.4. So we added 1 gigabyte. We added 1 gigabyte here, and I don't understand it. I don't understand this 1 gigabyte here. Okay, and it is 1 gigabyte. But then we also have, you know, the old chunk number. So the one that was war content, this one. So the chunk number 7, right? The chunk number 7 should be extremely reduced. This is 2 gigabytes. In fact, and it's not. You see, this is the duplicate. There is a duplication, I'm sure. This PacChunk 7 is 3 gigabytes, like it was before. But I explicitly created sub-labels to actually split his content into multiple areas. And I think that those labels where number 10. You see that it says, what does it mean 7 plus 10? I think that this content is going in 2 places. 7 plus 10. I think the same content is going in 2 places. But why? The whole point is that they don't go in 2 places. So I think we have a duplication of 4 and a duplication of 7. I think so. So for example, let's try to test if this is true, right? Let's take the 7, because it does, the 4 is split in too many chunks, it's a mess. But if I take the 7, right? And let's take the 11. Let's take the let's take the number 10. Let's take the number 10. Number 10 is in theory the new one that I split with the environment stuff. Right? So let's take the number 10. 10. Now, it is fairly big, It is fairly big, but just to say, it contains all the rocks. It is very big. It contains all the rocks, a million files. All the foliage, million files. And pretty much that's it. All the foliage and all the rocks, okay? Now, and this was number 10. Now, foliage and rocks should not be in 7, right? Because if it's in 7, it's duplicated. So let me try 7. Bro. It's all duplicated, but because it sits with a different path. Because he's starting from environment instead of starting from rocks. But bro, that's not the way to do it. No. Here we have a big issue. Hey, yes, it's all duplicated. So basically means that my split of 10 and 11, instead of doing good, he added the same file twice, right? So I think everything until 9 is good. 10 and 11 is a full duplication. Okay, so I think I have to go as well, by the way. I have to go as well. But the thing, the due diligence I need to do is to understand why, you know, when you have a label, which is, I think is because, you know why? I think it's because the label... I think it's because the label is inside a directory and he's seeing the file with a different full path. He's seeing with a different full path. So if I go under work content has one label, okay, which is here. But then inside environment, I created the other label. And this is causing the engine to see this as different content, I think. To me it's a bug, by the way. To me it's a bug. I think it makes no sense. I think it makes no sense. But in theory, the one of the maps should not have fucked up though, because the one of the maps is at the same level. And the one of the maps is specifying certain assets. Wait, selected map, this one, selected map. Yeah, it's basically selecting the biggest maps that we have and he's putting them all in one file. So let me see if this worked though. So number 11, yes, these specific files. But as you can see, it doesn't have the path, right? Well, there is a mount point though. Okay, there is a mount point. But yes, he has all these maps. So the maps are in 11. Now, we need to be sure that these maps are not in number 4. Because if they are in number 4, we are again duplicating everything. So to be sure that they are not in number 4, I need to check it in all these million files of number 4, because actually there is a lot of stuff in here. Okay, I think we're gonna check it. Let's check first this optional, because I don't understand what it contains. Unreal pack, this minus list. What the fuck is this? What is this file? BD road is the name of our map. Built data .uptnl. What the fuck is that? Is the build data when is compressed? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's the build data. So, but if it's the build data of BD road 02. Anyway, the name of the file is different. Okay, so the optional. Okay, let's assume that that one is correct. Okay, because it's a different file name, so I think I'm fine with that. Let's go with the main file number 4, right? File number 4. Yes, BD road X02 U asset. BD road, look at this one, BD road 2 X08 Y02 build data.u asset. Size, no, but the size here is very different. The size here is super small. So it's like a pointer to this other file, huh? Okay, I understand. It's like a pointer to another file. So the environment was really duplicated. This one doesn't look like it's duplicated. So BD-Road 1, BD-Road 2, Goog, Eagle, and Amnadair. Yeah, but Goog, for example, Goog, U-Bulk. Goog U-Bulk is 71 megabyte, no, is whatever it is 7.1 giga. No, sorry, the size is here. That's the offset. The size is, here is 14 megabytes. It is 14 megabytes. The U-Bulk, huh? The U-Bulk. The U-Bulk. Goog U-Bulk. You see that it's duplicated. It's the same file. It's the same file twice. It's not working. Or anyway, I didn't configure it properly, but maybe I didn't configure it properly, but basically the files are all duplicated. And this is why it's 6 gigabytes more than expected. Unzipped, and is at least is 1 gigabyte zipped more than expected. Now I have an easy way to fix it, okay? So the easy way to fix it will be to just delete the additional labels and just use the split in chunks, right? The problem is that this doesn't give me control on what is going where, and this is very, 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 very annoying. This is super annoying for me. This is super annoying to me. So maybe what I can do... I mean, the only solution will be to split this directory. You know, to have this directory in two blocks. One which will contain certain maps and another will contain other maps. And so we are going to modify, you know, those accordingly, and they will go into their own packs accordingly. But this basically means that our pack thingy is duplicating stuff, and it's super bad. I think we had a project where we were packing stuff, right? We did a test project. I remember because we did it on stream, and I created a specific project to test packaging test. Is this one, packaging test? I think I should check it again and see, because here the problem is that the files were so small, then maybe I missed, you know, the fact that some were duplicates in the test. Okay. Unfortunately, this means that our release is delayed, because I don't want to ship 1 gigabyte more just for nothing, right? But it's only a problem of packaging. I mean, and by the way, if I really want to solve it quick, I can just delete these 2 extra labels and they will work in chunk. Maybe this is what I'm gonna do at the end. Okay, let me think a bit about it, and I will try to release, you know, the thing anyway tomorrow, maybe. Let's see. Okay, I have to go. Thanks for watching, boys. I think we are very close to release, which is exciting. Yay! New alpha. Yay! And let me see if we can raid someone. Do you want to raid someone? I don't know. If there is someone on, we can try. Do you want to raid someone? Do you want to raid a nice lady, or do you want to raid we can raid a nice lady. So raid Eloise Game Dev. Okay, so if you can go, if you are on YouTube and you can go here, you can see a very cute programmer developing cute programs. She's doing games for farms and ranches and like growing animals and planting, you know, I think having a farm and running a farm. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but is like a simulator of farms. She also did a simulator of a bakery, which was very, very, very nice. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye. Bling. Something is on my phone. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.